What do we need to see from the DCU Batman? Now, this topic has come up because with Batman coming into play in the DCU, I think we need to see things in Batman that we have never seen before on screen. I think that the animated shows have landed it in a really big way. But Jerry, what do you think the DCU Batman needs to show, and what do you think the DCU Batman needs to have to be um successful, and not just successful as what the Dark Knight has done, or what the Batman has done, but in its own right? Because I do think, Jerry, that it has to stand alone from these other variations of Batman that we've seen on screen.
100%. I mean, the DCU Batman movie and franchise will have to go to places no Batman movie has went before. And obviously, I think, and there's the biggest piece here, which I'm going to get to last. But number one, I think that the action needs to be like best in class hand to hand combat, like look like it's out of a John Wick movie type of thing. We haven't had and we didn't have enough action in the Batman. The action in the Dark Knight trilogy was great, but it wasn't like best in class. Like the DCU Batman needs to have action that other movies look to for inspiration when they're creating their action choreography. Number one. Number two, I think they need to incorporate the action with the detective work, and the other thing is, play into the Bat family. You don't water down Batman, but you could use other characters to add some fun to Batman. Not everything in Gotham and in a Batman movie needs to be so dark and brooding. And you could add fun through characters in the Bat family, especially between the relationship between not just Batman and Damian, but Alfred. Alfred could help. Because when Bruce and Damian are butting heads, Alfred is the one who can help make it feel lighthearted and funny. You don't want Bruce to be lighthearted and funny, and you don't want Damian to be lighthearted and funny, because that's not who they are. But Alfred can make it feel lighthearted and funny, and that way you don't water down Batman and Damian. And above all, and this is the big kicker, because we have never seen this in any Batman movie ever, it has to be fantastical, and you have to have supernatural elements in this. And the fact that this is based Damian Wayne, and it's Batman's son, and Damian's mother is Talia al Ghul, meaning his grandfather, who he calls grandfather, is Ra's al Ghul. So Ra's al Ghul is very fantastical. The Lazarus pit, which is a pit that he uses when he dies to bring himself back to life, and it's kind of become this iconic thing in the DC universe. When characters die, a lot of times someone will take them to the Lazarus pit. The thing is, the Lazarus pit kind of makes you crazier. You don't really come out exactly the same person. I don't want to say that I want a villain like Clayface. I love Clayface. I think he's a great character. I don't think he's the right villain for this movie. Maybe he is in the movie and not the main villain. You could do things like that, though. They don't all have to be, characters like the Joker or the Riddler, where they're absolutely crazy in the head and they come up with these crazy schemes, but they don't really have powers. And that's what's cool about some of the other villains that do have powers. I've said, and I think I forget exactly, I was thinking about this the other day, where did it come from that we know that they are using Slade Wilson, who is Deathstroke. I said from day one they're going to be using Deathstroke, and the reason I knew they're going to be using Deathstroke is because the DCU Batman is going to have to step up the action because the Batman didn't. I love the Batman, don't get me wrong, but just because I love it doesn't mean I'm going to criticize that one flaw it had. Having said that, for some reason that didn't sit right with him. Listen, I love the Batman. It's like one of my favorite movies.
Not a flaw.
It is, bro. What do you want
Not
me
a
to
flaw.
Oh, okay.
It's called character development, bro. It's called character development. Go ahead.
Bro, the movie was 3 hours. Yo. So, you put in someone like Deathstroke, who is a master at combat, and he's a master with a sword, with guns, you name it. Automatically, Batman is going to have to be up to par to, go up against Deathstroke. And because of that, by choosing Deathstroke, it's going to be a crazy action movie. So that's why I called it that they were going to use Deathstroke. And I think I made a video or we spoke about this, and I probably had a couple other good reasons that I'm forgetting. But yeah,
for sure. Before we get started, man, the action in the Dark Knight trilogy is trash, and we got to put that there. You said it was great. Let's not lie. Let's not lie there. Look at my elbows. I'm Christian Bale. Look at my elbows. Okay, the action sucked. Okay,
he used a bat cycle to drive under a 16-wheeler truck, and
that's
flip
not fighting
the truck.
That's
and
not fighting.
The sonar fight. What about the skyhook scene when he
hooked
the guy to the sky? The CIA thing, that was so sick. Get out of here. You just
so before we get started, I had to put that out there. The action sucked in Dark Knight. Okay, you just had to say that first. Okay, Christian Bale sucks. You guys know I hate Bale as Batman. Okay, anyways, back to our regular schedule. That's our regular schedule program, because this dude had to throw shots at the Batman out there.
No.
So I do think that the key is Robin to this film working, because Robin's never been done. And I think that a lot of mainstream fans don't know who Damian Wayne is. A lot of people don't know that Batman had a son. So I think that opens up a can of worms. Not to mention, as you said, I think the Bat family is going to be the biggest family in superhero comics. In superhero comic book films. I think they're going to be the most loved. And you know how me and you talk about how, the key to having a good superhero film is making TikTok edits off of it. And I see like scenes where like they're going to make TikTok edits off of the freaking, you know what I mean? Like, bro, don't you know how in like Game of Thrones, right? There's been all these TikTok edits and Instagram clips of like the Game of Thrones characters. I see Batman being that, where fans are going to really like be into it. So I am super excited to see what they're going to do with that. But yeah, Robin's the key. And good action. And the Bat family. If you have that, I think you'll have a great film. And obviously Batman has to be done correctly, but you have to find a way to make sure that Batman is as dark, but not like, but a lot of people don't understand that Batman does progress as a character. Like, yes, Batman has Batman has the same skill set, but Batman's personality makes these small changes because he has kids. And that's what a lot of people have never had the chance to do.
And he delivers like sarcastic one-liners in a Batman way, and it doesn't water him down. Like Batman is not going to be watered down. That I can promise you. That's why I like, and I think that's why I think the Alfred thing is so key, because Alfred could do those things. Alfred could point out how comical Bruce and Damian's relationships are. And Damian is a savage. He is 100% going to be. Damian, by the way, is Robin. And he is going to be a fan favorite. People are going to love that kid. He is savage. He is bad ASS and all the above. So, and he could fight like hell.
I agree. Damian is wow, boy. Wow, little boy, yo. I love Damian, bro. I can't wait.